this is Mark. Welcome back to Triple B Farm Outdoors. It is the middle of November, probably the 20th now. And got some questions from folks about why we haven't put any more videos out since we did middle of October. So wanted to put one together and just let you know it's not for lack of filling the freezer because we've had some fantastic hunts. We just haven't got any good things on video, to enough video of a kill to or a harvest to make a full video. So but I want to go ahead and give you a highlight of some of the stuff that the crew has done since we since the season started back in the 1st of October. And then I think second part of this video, we've got some just wildlife videos that we've been taking, mostly of deer in the woods, that we wanted to put up for folks that like to see deer in their natural habitat. So let's start with October 1st. So Tom and John and a couple of their buddies, Danny and Fritz, went to Wyoming for a rifle guided elk hunt. Tom connected with the big bull on the first day, and John and Danny got theirs that evening. So super exciting hunt for them, and a lot of meat going in the freezer. I think next up was probably the videos that I had for my doe during archery season. I had that video posted about a month and a half ago, and then Bobby's doe right after that. So we did get those up, but that kind of gets us into middle of October. So right after that, Tom at the Holler House in Kentucky had his first kind of family hunt. So his stepdad Randy, brothers Buck and Bill joined him, and they connected on 3 bucks during archery season in Kentucky. In fact, we've got a clip of Tacticam video of Tom shooting his buck, and I will tell you that was one of the biggest bodied whitetails I think I've seen. So super awesome memories created at the Holler House for Tom Benz and his brothers and his stepdad. And while Tom was in Kentucky with his family, John Hall in Virginia connected with a doe. We call them freezer queens, but yeah, connected with a doe. And then we get into the end of October, and super exciting hunt for Kent and his dad, Mike. They went on a guided mule deer hunt in Montana, and I got a clip of that Kent had with the outfitter after Mike took his like buck of a lifetime mule deer, and then Kent connected with a nice one too. But here's the video for that.
All right, so here we are again. This is Randy, our guide here with Montana Outfitting Company here at Big Sandy, Montana. Randy has been scouting for us in preparation for our hunt, and he's seen a couple of pretty nice mule deer, one of which Dad just harvested, as you saw in the early video. Randy, anything you want to say?
Heck of a nice buck.
Yeah.
He's got junk all over him, extra tines. You can't ask for a better buck.
No, I was gonna say
it's
buck.
a nice muley buck.
Buck of a lifetime. Buck of a lifetime.
It is a
for
buck
Dad.
of a lifetime.
So I just want to give a shout out.
Couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier for these guys.
Me too.
This just beyond my belief. I thought, well, if I get one that's got 4 points on it, I'll be happy. But this is, you found a great one.
You can
said
see
we got some big ones out here, and you saw it, and we went back, we got to it, and I got a shot, and it was.
Heck of a buck.
Lord was with me, I'll tell you.
It's a good hunt.
Good hunt. Excellent. Well, thank you, Randy. Thank you, Montana Outfitting Company, and we'll come back with more later.
And then let's get us into mid-November when rifle comes in Kentucky, and John Hall and I went to the Holler House with Tom to do a little deer hunting, and John connected with a funky buck, not the biggest deer on the property. In fact, there's probably still 4 or 5 that were on our hit list that we still haven't. Nobody's harvested, at least off our place where we hunt. But John did connect with an awesome buck. I like it. I like the funky racks, and you can see he's a little misshapen on one side, which makes him super cool in my mind. But John connected with a nice buck. And then while we were in Kentucky, my brother and his son Carter were duck hunting, some of the early season duck hunting in North Carolina. and they had some early season success, which is always a little iffy, especially when the weather's relatively warm, but they got a nice green winged teal and a couple woodies, and we got some pictures of those. And then lastly, rifle season came in here in Indiana this past weekend, and I was with Kent and his dad, another family friend, Mark Knoll, and his friend Jamie. We were all at Kent's dad's farm for opening rifle in Indiana, and it was a blast, multiple blasts actually. So Jamie connected with a doe the first morning on that Saturday. Mike shot a doe in the afternoon. In fact, we had a family at his church that wanted a couple does, so we were happy to oblige and help them out. And then Mark Knoll on the opening night connected with a doe and a little buck. So 4 in the first day. And for day 2, it was a little slow in the morning, but in the evening things really got fired up, and Kent connected with a doe, and he got a nice buck. So we got some pictures of those, and that was all opening weekend for firearm in Indiana. So before I get questions from friends that watch this video, I have not gotten anything since the first October 2nd, I think was the day when I shot my first doe, and I have had some super close calls with some big bucks. I didn't get them on video because I was focused on trying to harvest them, but just didn't connect. But I've got lots of videos, and then we've had some other videos taken from folks while they're out hunting of some of the deer, and you'll see those coming up here in a little bit. But got close to 2 shooters. We struggled a little bit here at the farm because we had corn kind of all 4 sides around us that was really up until November. And if you're a deer hunter, I've always heard when the corn's up, the deer like to stay in the corn. Well, we were pretty slow early season, and once the corn came out, they were really out and had some really close calls, some great days where that magic of seeing the rut and bucks and does doing their thing. I had 3 full days of it, watching bucks chasing does, super fun. Just couldn't connect on a big one, but we're not done. Still got another week and a half of rifle here. And like I said, this is just mid-season because we've got Kentucky that goes into, I think it's into mid to late January, and North Carolina is going to go into January also, and I'll be hunting both those spots also. So anyway, it's been a great first half of the season. And we're going to continue doing what we do and doing what we love, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.